Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tennis Manager. We're on episode 38. Of course, last time out, we got things up and running again, and then immediately ran into an issue of, the chance to re-sign never happened. But we were able to re-sign Ita as a free agent. We still have Gallus, but we lost Kasanseva. She had no interest in signing once she left the academy. So Ngqunoue is who we have signed to replace her. And then after looking at the three, she's the one who's going to develop the quickest. So that's who we wanted to work with. The others are late bloomers. So Ngqunoue is the target. And so now we're going to work with her. Ranking wise, 938, 18 years of age. So she's on the women's tour. She's no longer in the youth rankings, but she was the second highest ranked for the season that just concluded in the youth ranks. Last week, first week with us, we saw this crazy improvement from Ngqunoue. This week was subtle. It was regular, but she still ends up having two areas of improvement, agility and serve power, both going +1. Another week, another level. This time it spins. It didn't even need 1% to get there, but it did get there. The last physical attribute that was not yet a 10, I pushed really hard to make sure we would get there, and so we worked heavily on footwork this week with very good results. 25% roughly gained to get to level 10 and pick up double digits for all physical attributes. We have some other areas that are very weak, like the lob, where she is quite bad, so we're going to need a lot of training. Speaking of a lot of training, I only actually scheduled 3 out of the first 14 weeks of competition, but we've picked up a couple of invites to go elsewhere, so that's, I'd say, 5 out of 14 weeks, and I don't plan on taking on any additional ones. That's going to give us mostly training and only a handful of tournaments. I don't care much about her ranking right now. And then, financially speaking, of course, we have some really solid revenue coming in without the players being part of that. So I'd like to see her develop very quickly. This is one of the invite ones. It's the only Rookie 10 tournament that I decided to join. I mostly went for the Rookie 50s. And this looks like it could be a challenge in that the second round we potentially have the number 1 seed. May not be easy. May not be that hard, actually. We've never seen her play. She's really low on some of those technical skills. So, I don't know. She doesn't have a great serve or anything like that. I think she's got some work to do before she's going to start performing at a decent level. But she does have some attributes, quite a few of them, that are in good shape already and are going to be higher than a lot of the opponents that are higher ranked than her. So I wouldn't rule her out at this point. And because it's her very first match, even though Ngqunoue is not anybody to worry about, we're going to go ahead and sit through this first one and see how she does. Ngqunoue goes ahead and wins her very first point already. Nice winner. And I don't know how we got called for a fault, as that was clearly on the line, and so was her first serve on her second attempt. So, don't know what happened with those, as both appeared quite clearly to be in. Attacking the net here. Okay, not going so well. Let's see some definite mistakes here. Oh, double fault to try to give away the game, but we're back to deuce, back to having a shot. I'm not used to watching slow anymore. A lot of mistakes. She is very much all over the place, and her weak serving is quite evident. Definitely some things to train, but she has potential, and we are seeing some quick improvement. So I think with the training, it'll be fine. She is not good near the net, though. I know the feeling. As she gets that one, but that was easy. The opponent was tucked in the corner. We are still in the first game. This game still has not been decided, amazingly. And there it is. She does win it. She's also got the morale. She's on fire right now. Apparently her mood swings quite quickly. as she was pumped when we came out of the locker room anyway. She wins the first 3 games, so actually she's got every opportunity to take this opening set and get through. She has some talent. I just don't think she has points because she was very much doing the youth tour last year. I didn't necessarily see her out there as a dominant force who's going to win a lot of points. I saw her more as somebody who, while having mistakes in her game, just has fewer mistakes than her opponent. And that wouldn't surprise me considering her opponent's rank. And yes, I know our rank is worse, but I think that's just from a lack of playing at the level. I love the small stadium, though. That's really neat. I had not paid any attention to that before. We're not in some large stadium. This is very much a small tournament. But after sweeping the opening set, we're looking pretty strong here in set number 2 as well. Already taking the first couple of games, looking at taking game number 3 without even giving up a point. We do, and we are halfway towards winning the second set, which makes us 3/4 of the way to taking this thing overall. You can see with service, yeah, it puts us on the back foot a little bit, but we still managed to win the game and go up 4-0. 5. Chance to go game set match in this one, though we trail 40-15, fighting back. We're at deuce. Again with advantage, and she finally breaks the skunk. Will be no skunk today, but with service. Can we finish this thing off? Move to the second round, and we do. Game set match. Ngqunoue, her first win with us as her manager. We've already seen some rapid improvement with a month of training. The 1 seed got knocked out in straight sets, and so actually we have every opportunity to continue on in this tournament. I don't know if we have what it takes to be a winner, but we certainly have what it takes to win matches. We'll see how she does on her own. No, not that well off. 5-7, 4-6 when facing an opponent alone. Aces double faults actually wasn't that bad considering she's not good on the serve. Not very good with her return stats though. Total winners 36-40. Unforced errors 23-20. Yeah, it was a close match. She just came out on the losing end. However, it was against somebody who was equally low in the rankings, and down here I think it's a total crapshoot. You have no idea what you're going to get on any given day with any opponent. You could win or lose to anyone, really, until you get to be a certain level where you hit one of those higher ranks. So out the second round, but it's something. Following week takes us right into the next tournament, and this was the one that I had scheduled to be our first tournament. It's a rookie level 50. We'll see. First round's an easier match, but again, we are in the exact same draw position where we potentially have the 1 seed in the second round. Alone this time, she does manage to get the win, 6-4, 6-3. Winners, much better than the opponent with 43 of them. Unforced errors is pretty high at 25. Again, technically, she's got plenty of weaknesses that are going to lead to mistakes, even if mentally she's in the right place, tries to play the right ball. She might not physically be able or technically be able to get the ball in the right place. And the 1 seed got knocked out early in the second set, which she won the first set comfortably. Might not have necessarily been early either. It could have been very late. But with that withdrawal, we actually do have a chance to continue on. Amazingly, in both tournaments, the 1 seed is eliminated. But this time around, can we get a little bit deeper into the tournament, or are we out early? Wow, what a match. 7-6, 6-7, 6-3. Very, very tight in the first 2 sets. Easily could have gone either way. Did technically go either way with each of them claiming one of those sets. And then 6-3. 64 winners on this one. The opponent had plenty as well. Unforced errors, that was a lot. We've got to clean up her game quite a bit. 13 aces, But 6 double faults, again, she's not very good on her serve. Amazingly enough, though, that she is even capable of doing much in terms of getting aces. As Kasanseva was a much better server, but didn't get very many aces at all, and had plenty of double faults herself. One thing that I'm really picking up on is the finances are starting to flow. Very healthy at the moment. And the business center upgrade, we have 8 months till that's going to be done. So we have plenty of time to raise the funds that we need. And we seemingly are going to raise them quite quickly. We also have 5 months till the youth and scouting center upgrade is complete, the next one. Therefore, I see no reason why we shouldn't finally spend a little bit on the medical center and get that one on the go. That'll push us to level 2, and that'll also reduce injury durations. Of course, we've not really had much of that, but we might as well anyway, right? Of course, now that we're going to do that, we're almost instantly going to see some sort of injury, right? Now that we've even drawn attention to it. When it was ignored, it wasn't a big deal. The moment you pay attention to it, suddenly it's going to become a huge thing. At least that's how things seem to work. Take on an Israeli player next, and she's got a similar ranking to us. 24-year-old at 24 to be that bad means that you're probably not that good, and we do get through, and yeah, we're doing well. The 3 seed run check. We'll see how we do with this one. She's probably going to be a little too tough for us, but hey, semifinal. Only unseeded player in the semifinal. I'm happy. I'm happy. This is a good start. And yes, we do get knocked off, but not beaten, badly. 3-6-4-6 is still a decent showing. We had 30 winners. We just had a lot of unforced errors. 26. 2 little tournaments, not even getting terribly deep. I mean, we got one semifinal on a rookie 50. That's something. But just like that, we push our ranking up to 817. Can go up pretty quick once you actually start participating in tournaments. And, winning a few matches. We do make some progress this week with Ngqunoue. Primarily in this one, though, backhand power goes +1 to level 11. I've quickly discovered that Ngqunoue, following the same training pattern in terms of quantity, not going terribly well for Ngqunoue. Now, I did get the occasional I'm tired message from Kasanseva, but she wasn't actually showing up as tired. She was still usually pretty fresh. She had really high stamina, partially because we played her in so many tournaments, and that natural fitness and stamina rose by playing in so many tournaments. Ngqunoue, meanwhile, we're just trying to train, and without playing in tournaments, she hasn't built that stamina up, so actually she can't quite train as hard. Weird how that one works, but also makes sense. And we enter our 3rd scheduled tournament now. We got a somewhat tough draw up against the 6th seed early on, and I do fear that anybody top 500 might be a little tough for us at the moment. Just from what I've seen, we're pretty error prone. Again, technically speaking, not a great player as of yet. Developing. We'll get there with the training, but not sure we're there at the moment. Dang, okay. Maybe we're a little better than I thought we were at this point. She does win 6-3, 6-1, 7 aces, 31 winners, only 13 unforced errors. Apparently she can play a clean match. Next round proves to be too much though. 2-6, 3-6. Again, not a very high ranked player. A couple hundred spots higher than us, but that's not high. We're somewhere in that limbo zone this time. Not clean at all. 32 winners, yes, but 38 unforced errors. More unforced errors than winners. Yeah, that's going to result in a loss a lot of the time. It didn't show up in my results weekly recap like what we have right here, but we did see a +3 gain in balance for Ngqunoue. So a natural progression with +3. She went from a 10 to a 13. And you can see with training, it's continuing to push on, so it wasn't a fluke. It is there. It is a 13. Meanwhile, her lob, her weakest attribute, has climbed out of a little further out of the cellar. And apparently I have been pushing her too hard. And I told you the moment I go to make an upgrade on the medical center, it was going to lead to something. And within a couple weeks, we already have Ngqunoue with a minor injury. 1 to 3 days. A sore back. It's not a big deal, but it did happen, and I did call it. I feel like we've opened a can of worms by starting the upgrades there. It's not that we hadn't had a couple before, but within a couple of weeks, we already have one after starting the upgrades. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I caused that. No pluses, but Ngqunoue still a nice training week. 15% to backhand accuracy, 11 to both speed and footwork. Yeah, that's pretty decent. And those are all things I'm working on, so that's good. And they're all approaching their next level. That's good. We've already reached the end of February, so we've gone from December all the way to February. So we've played almost 3 months, 2.5 anyway. And one, I know, still kind of short episode, but it's good to be back, and we're definitely making some progress. Ngqunoue needs training. She needs some training, but we're working on it, and you can see the progress. It'll come. She will be playing at a much higher level before long. That's going to do it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.